What's up YouTube? Today we'll continue with my series The Best Buy. Today's the number 12, you can check the other ones on my YouTube channel. There is actually a playlist for all of them. Hope everything is well with you guys. Today, like I said, I will continue with my series The Best Buy, something that you guys tend to enjoy quite a lot. And if that's the case, and I'm gonna repeat myself right now, please leave a like on the video. It's the best way to show support, and for you, super easy. For me, can actually mean a lot. So I'll always have that in mind. Since you guys think, oh, I leave the like all the time, maybe I'm not leaving today. And that's fine, but I still appreciate if you can leave the like. Let's move on into the disclaimer. Will be a short one, but a very important one. No financial advice, I'll always do your own research. No one can predict the market. Fundamentals are your best friend in the long run, and I think this market is a very good example of that. Any card I will show in this video or any video I can eventually be buying or selling. On the description you can find the eBay affiliate link that supports this channel. Same for Patreon, so any type of support, again, you don't need to do it, but I appreciate it and thank you so much for that. English, as you can see at this point, is not my main language. Any types of mispronunciations, I am sorry for that. Notes for the Best Buy, you guys can skip that if you guys are already aware of this. All the data was obtained on my Instagram channel, so follow me at Soccer Study if you want to participate next time. More than 300 voters, I believe it's around 400 voters right now. All of those have a fun component, so keep that in mind to give you my correct answer. And in the end, we are talking about a super speculative asset, so saying correct is always very relative, but I would need hours in research, and I'm not doing that for a video like this. If you do not agree with my choice or even my viewer's choice, good chance you can be correct. Most of the time I'm actually sharing two great buys. So let's start with the first one, and the first one puts Zico versus Roberto Carlos, two of the best Brazilian players ever, different positions of course. Roberto Carlos for me actually the best left back I ever saw. I know Maldini was also quite good, but I still prefer Roberto Carlos, and I also end up loving Marcelo, but that's a more recent player. So in this case it's Panini Calciatore 79 CSG 9 Zico, sold for 180, so not even $200, versus 93 Panini Roberto Carlos, Abril Campeonato Brasileiro PSA 3, and sold for the same amount of money. All of those comparisons, they should be close in terms of monetary value. In this case end up actually being the same amount of money. Looking at the Zico card, I don't like the photo that much, honestly. No logos for me. I don't see him associated with a club or Brazil in that photo, even if maybe that was some type of secondary kit. But 79 Panini Calciatore is a set that I think is quite popular in vintage because of the Maradona sticker, the first Panini sticker for Maradona. This case, I don't even think this is an early card for Zico. The narrative for me is not great, apart from this being a card that probably super difficult to obtain in a 9. CSG, probably not the brand that people like the most in soccer. They are growing quite a lot, to be fair, so I like that aspect. A 9 is super difficult to obtain, like I said. Look, just take a look at Maradona Pop reports and you guys see that 8s, 9s, even 7s are not that easy at all. So condition rarity is a thing. In terms of rarity, putting condition rarity and strong rarity, I feel like the Zico card, because of the grade, is quite more difficult than a PSA 3 for Roberto Carlos. But cards for me are about history, are about why they are important, and a lot of people disagree with this take. They think rarity is everything. I think rarity is the most important thing, but not the only thing. And because of that, I choose the Roberto Carlos if I had to pick one for that amount of money. Why? Because I think this is the most important card for Roberto Carlos. I'm saying a card, you guys know I mean a sticker, and keep this in mind for the rest of the video. I think this is the most important card slash sticker for Roberto Carlos. Is the true rookie. I also love the cards, to be fair, but yeah, the most important card for Roberto Carlos. I understand that the grade could be a little bit better. PSA 3 not great, but yeah, in terms of history, in terms of lore, in terms of I mean, relevance, basically, I would go for the Roberto Carlos, but I also can see an argument for Zico. And my viewers end up disagreeing with me, actually. So, more votes for the Zico, 51%. Basically, this is 50-50. I think a lot of people love the grade on that Zico, honestly, and they do not like the grade on Roberto Carlos. But I would still choose the Roberto Carlos. Zico was a great player. Don't get me wrong, and I honestly think Zico in general, we can make an argument that he's still probably undervalued in the market. But for me, I would prefer the Roberto Carlos. Do I think this is a bad choice? No, I also think that's a super strong grade for Zico, and because of that, knowing the market that the market loves condition rarity, that's the reality. I also understand why people end up choosing the Zico. I disagree, but I think it's fine. And again, this was close, so it's not like that people more 50 this is a 50-50 pool. So next one. And next one puts Ronaldo Nazário Lima, legendary Brazilian striker, one of the best I ever saw, to be fair, versus Beckenbauer. For a lot of people, actually the best defender ever. So we are putting two GOATs, in my perspective, a GOAT defender and a GOAT striker against each other. The Ronaldo card is a El Mundo Deportivo 94, one of the main rookies for Ronaldo, and this is a PSA 6.5, so very good grade, one of the top grades for this sticker if I'm not mistaken. I know that there is grades above, but a 6.5 is a super impressive grade. And sold for 3.6k. In the other end, we have 65-66 Seeker Verlag Beckenbauer TTT. Sold for 3.5k. Basically, again, a very similar amount of money for both. This is a really difficult one for me, because I think both players are legendary. I think both cards are super important. I know I made some videos in the past about the 94 El Mundo Deportivo not being the best rookie for Ronaldo, because I thought, and I still believe in that the football cards are should have a premium because they are a license sticker. But I also want this sticker, and I also think this is an important sticker for Ronaldo. And I actually like the photo with the Brazil logo on the jersey being so big. Let me think about it, because again, I prepare the slideshows, but honestly, I don't even have an answer what I'm doing when I'm doing that. I go on basically, I'm sharing my perspective right now. Well, in terms of greatness, I think they are very close. I think demographics are much better for Ronaldo. And Ronaldo being a striker, there is always more hype around that. It's much easier to share clips about a striker than a defender. But the PSA 3 for that card for Beckenbauer, I think is impressive also, because I have one is a PSA 1, actually with MK, so is miscut, and that actually probably makes me choose the Ronaldo card for one reason. If you guys look at this Beckenbauer, this is also miscut. You guys can see that there is another player starting on the card. For sometimes they give miscut, or other times they don't give. I don't understand that well. I think they should be a little bit more transparent on this front. For the Ronaldo card, I also don't like the eye appealing that much because I can see a lot of white spots. And honestly, this is an uncut card, uncut sticker. And because of that, I also do not like to pay for condition rarity. I think a PSA 4, a PSA 3, sometimes even a PSA 8, PSA 7 for this sticker, they all look the same. It's more about eye appealing than... I think PSA gives the grade a little bit random. I mean, in the end, uncut card is super relative to grade, honestly. But I may go for Ronaldo, honestly. I think he's a close one. I would be surprised if he's very one side, being real. I think this is a close one. I think Beckenbauer is one of the gods. I think this is one of the most beautiful rookies for Beckenbauer. But if I had to pick one, I would still go for Ronaldo. And I also trust more the pop on Ronaldo. Wow, okay. My viewers agree with me. They also go for Ronaldo, but I was expecting this to be a little bit more close. In the other hand, look, I also understand I'm a channel that focuses a lot in pre-modern. I love vintage, as you guys know, but the reality is my channel talks a lot about pre-modern, so maybe there is some bias by my viewers, people that vote on my Instagram. 72% seems a lot, honestly. I think this should be a little bit more close, but what can I say? I also agree with the choice. So let's move on, and before we go into the next one, I hope you don't skip this, because this is actually quite important. Let's start with my Patreon community. It's a community that has been growing quite fast. It's honestly a great way to support my work, since you guys know YouTube does not pay well, or I would say almost nothing, to be fair. And if you join my Patreon, you need to pay $10, but I try to provide a lot of value there. I put exclusive content, so if you love my content on YouTube, very likely scenario you love my content on Patreon. There is a YouTube video every Wednesday and the extra audio on Saturday, and most of the content is related with the market, is related with the state of the market. Anyone joining the Patreon, guys, this is actually quite important. Anyone joining the Patreon will have access to all the previous Q&A/extra audios. So at this point, if you join right now, there is 62 Q&As and 56 extra audios. Crazy amount of content. This is an example of the last Q&A. Actually, I'm putting the Q&A today on Patreon, so I know if you are a Patreon member, you can you have another video to watch today. Q&A 62, and end up talking about Panini Paixão Portugal. End up doing a review of the set and my thoughts on the set, my opinion about modern high-end sets. End up talking about the Messi 2013 Iconics, and Messi 7-on-base entry points right now on the market. All of my thoughts are related, like I said, to the market. So if you love my content on YouTube, again, I know I'm repeating, but I honestly think you love my content on Patreon. Link below the video if you want to join. Again, let's say $10, a lot of money. That's fine. You don't need to support me on Patreon. There is always free content on YouTube. But one thing you don't have an excuse to not join is actually my Discord. Why? It's totally free. We are more than 700 members. I'm going to repeat this again. We are more than 700 members. Blows my mind. The channel, I believe, is not even 1 year old. Not I believe, I'm pretty sure about that. The community is just amazing. I learn a lot of stuff there. I also share a lot of stuff there. And basically that's the logic of Discord. You learn and you share. So if you want to interact with me, if you want to interact with other collectors, joining Discord, I think is the first step you need to do. Again, more than 700 members, and we are waiting for you. Link below the video, similar logic to the Patreon. So the next best buy puts two legendary players, but I feel like you guys know one much more than the other. The first player is Coluna, a legendary Benfica player, one of the best partners that Eusebio ever had inside the pitch. Mario Coluna, again, is a legendary player. Like I said, I feel that a lot of you guys have no idea about this player. A PSA 1 sold for over $600, $630, which is, in my perspective, impressive in the sense that I feel like the market is not aware of Coluna, but I also feel this in the long run can actually be an amazing buy by the person that got the Coluna card. This goes against, again, one of the goats, Royan Cruyff, 69 Van der Out, a sticker that have been growing quite a lot in Pop Report. Not even only PSA 1s, PSA 2, all of a sudden a lot of top grades are appearing. It's still a beautiful sticker for Cruyff. Don't get me wrong. Actually, I bought one raw recently. Because again, it's not even that I think it's a great investment at this point, being real. At least, the thing is, I believe a lot in the Cruyff market, but I feel uncomfortable with the pop report increasing so much for Cruyff lately, talking about this sticker in particular. Polyrex, Verlag, I think are much safer than this one. But again, I don't make decisions as an investor all the time. I love to invest smart money, but I also am a collector, and I was looking for one in nice condition. I'm not sure even if I overpaid. I know this is not related with the Best Buy, but I'm sharing this with you guys, so don't mind. So yeah, let's refocus. Both end up selling for the same amount of money. The Cruyff Underout is a PSA 4 and the Coluna is a PSA 1. Well, interesting one. Probably a hot take right now that I will share. I would pick the Coluna. Even I said again, I don't own a Coluna, and I bought a Vanderout recently. So actually, I have confirmation. Not that I have. I could potentially have some confirmation bias for Cruyff. And in terms of greatness, I also put Cruyff quite ahead of Coluna, even though I still think Coluna is a legendary player that deserves more attention. But I would go for Coluna. And my logic is this. I know I live in Portugal, and those stickers are really, really difficult to find. And I don't feel the same for Cruyff. I understand that in terms of greatness, the Cruyff is ahead. I totally understand that. I also understand this is not a Coluna true rookie, but Coluna true rookie will be, when you start talking about vintage, you need to have an open mind. This is still a rookie for me, or at least is still rookie material. Is early in his career, and things from Portugal are not easy. And you can apply the same logic for Cruyff. If you want to be totally precise, this is also not the true rookie for Van der Hout. I think the Verlag is very well known as 67, 68, if I'm not mistaken. So I still consider both rookie material. Probably the market for the Cruyff do not have any type of doubt, honestly. Both same price. I'm going for the Coluna. Again, it's not the easiest decision ever, but I feel like if I miss this one, I end up not buying, by the way. But if I miss this one, I probably need to wait a long time to get another one, and I don't feel the same for Cruyff. And I would not even be surprised if the Cruyff market keeps going down. Talking again about the Van der Hout. Let's see what my viewers think, and they disagree. They disagree with me quite heavy. 82% end up going for Cruyff. I feel like today my viewers are disagreeing a lot with me. Again, 82%. I don't understand that. Not that I don't understand. If you know what I know, I don't understand that. But the problem is, I think the market do not know Coluna that well, do not know the importance of Coluna for the history of soccer, the history of Benfica. Again, Eusebio was great, but Coluna is not that far, honestly. So yeah, this surprises me a little bit. Like I said, 82% seems a lot for Cruyff. I also don't think the Cruyff was a bad buy, honestly. I think it's a fun buy. Like I said, I bought one recently. I'm not sure if mine will be a 4, a 3, or a 2. I have no idea. But yeah, a little bit shocked by this one. In the other hand, I also understand. The next one is a super interesting one. Puts Cristiano Ronaldo against Cristiano Ronaldo. The difference is, I'm talking about the first one is 2003 Upper Deck Manchester United. Very popular cards for the Cristiano Ronaldo market, for Cristiano Ronaldo collectors. This is the black version. Seems like this version is quite more rare than the others, but I still feel we need more data to be sure of that. And this sold for 2K. And in the other side you have Cristiano Ronaldo 2002, 2003 Panini Football Mega Cracks and sold for 2.3k. I'm talking about a BGS 5.5 for the upper deck. I'm not sure if I said or not, but is a BGS 9.5. I don't think this is a difficult one. I'm not the biggest fan of the upper deck cards in terms as a collector. I think they are great. If you want to invest in them, I think you have much better options in the market. I think those are actually the easiest second year cards for Cristiano Ronaldo that you can find. I like Panini Paixão Portugal much more. I understand it's 2004. I like the tops gold much more. I like the Mega Crack second year much more. So this is not, at least for me, okay, guys. I understand, and I don't even like to talk bad about the upper deck cards because I know a lot of people collect those, and again, they are a great collectible. I just don't think this should be a close one. We are talking about the most important card for Cristiano Ronaldo versus a card that I don't even think is the best second year card. I understand grade are quite different. A 9.5 is an impressive grade for sure. That being said, no subs, and BGS is going down in terms of market appreciation. BGS 9.5 is probably a PSA 9 right now. So, and in the other end, like I was saying, this is the most important card for Cristiano Ronaldo. Talking about the Mega Cracks, I understand the grade is not the best, but I think the eye appealing is, again, one corner looks a little bit bad, but I don't think it's the worst eye appealing ever. And yeah, his iconic card is one of the grail cards. When I say grail, in terms of being iconic in the market, and 2.3k is a little bit more than the 2k that the person paid for the second year Ronaldo. But for me, this is an easy choice. I'm not sure if this was a good buy or not, but I feel like the Ronaldo was a great buy. Fun fact, I actually know the person that bought the, because he told me on Instagram that bought the BGS 5.5, and I honestly think he made a solid deal on this one. Actually, another fun fact, I know the person that sold the Ronaldo, and I know the person that bought the Ronaldo. Both are members of the Discord. And let's see what my viewers think. And yeah, in this case, I'm not surprised by any means. Almost 80% end up going for the Ronaldo rookie, and that makes sense, honestly. For me, it's very difficult to make an argument for the upper deck card, especially because I don't trust in rarity. I don't trust the rarity of those cards. That's base. I understand is not base like nowadays, and probably the production was not that huge if you compare with the modern sets right now. But I still think they are quite more common than most people think, honestly. And yeah, because I still find a lot of them raw on eBay UK, so I don't trust the pop on that cards. And like I said, I don't even think they are the best choice for second year, and this is the most important card for Cristiano Ronaldo. Any grade, as long as the appealing is nice, I think is a great buy. No financial advice, of course. So the next one goes, all right, this is a fun one. This puts 2004-2005 Panini Mega Cracks Liga foil pack. So a pack for the Mega Cracks 2004. The most important cards on this set is Messi, Ronaldo, and Sergio Ramos rookie. And this sold for $372 USD, so not even $400 against actually a rookie for Lionel Messi. So 2004 Mundo Chrome Top Liga PSA 7, so this is not the foil version. Another fun fact, the foil version is actually higher pop than the non-foil. Not sure what we can make of this. I think we need to wait to have a better perspective. But this is actually a rookie that I love, honestly. I think this rookie was underappreciated for a long time. I still think this was a great buy. I guess I'm already hinting what would be my choice. In terms of rarity, I think this is a difficult rookie to find if you compare, for example, with the other Mundo Chrome version. I'm not saying this is a rare card. Don't confuse things. I'm just saying it's more rare than the other Mundo Chrome. But I also understand that people like the other Mundo Chrome more than they like this one. Pops are still fairly low for this Mundo Chrome. and that's why I'm a big fan of this card. And of course, it's a historical card for Lionel Messi. The thing about packs, again, I honestly I have mixed feelings. I'm a Pokemon collector. I know this is a huge deal in Pokemon, even in Magic, but I never was a crazy fan for packs. I think that's almost a different collectible. I don't like the slab being oversized. I love one thing. I love the fact that you have Ronaldinho, you have Ronaldo, Fernando Torres. I believe this is actually Jorge Andrade, Portuguese central defender. So I love the design of the pack basically, but for me this is a easy one. I would go for the rookie Lionel Messi every day. I don't see anything special with the pack, even if the packs are actually quite difficult to find right now. Is not my thing, and maybe I'm making a choice more with emotions than logic on this one, and I try to avoid that. But yeah, for me, it's the Messi all day. And my viewers end up agreeing with me. Not super shocked by that. I also think most of my viewers like cards, not packs. So yeah, 66%. I think is fair. I also see people finding this a nice collectible. Is one of the best sets ever in pre-modern. So because of that, I also can see a upside in the future, but I would go for it. Actually, is even cheaper than the pack. So for me, this is a no-brainer. The eye appealing on this PSA 7 is nice, so I like it. Guys, is everything for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this, the best buy. I always have a lot of fun doing this series, and I hope you guys keep supporting. And like I said, the best way to support is to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you want, join my Patreon, join my Discord. I would appreciate that, of course. Actually, related to this is actually my Verlag Beckenbauer. You guys can see, this got one miscut because of this. You guys can see that there is another player starting below Beckenbauer, but the same logic should be applied if on the other one, because look at this. You can actually, looks even worse. You can see the other player starting on the left. So it is what it is basically. All right, not on the left, on the right. I'm sorry. Let's finish this. So conclusion, you guys already know: collect things you love. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.